What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our third matchup of the night. Got another huge match with some playoff implications, as always. Heading into this one, back into the novice league, and I'm joined by the former novice goat, now prospect goat. What's going on, Magic? How you doing?
Too much. Finally got to the win column with I'd say new team, but I've been the same team for a couple weeks now. But we finally got a win tonight, so I'm feeling good. And had some pretty hype stream matches already too. Almost reverse sweeps back to back, and I don't think we're slowing down heading to the third match.
Yeah, absolutely not. Heading into this one, we'll see if maybe we'll get another reverse sweep. Maybe someone can actually pull it off. My team in the Pineapples was not able to, which is unfortunate. But we've got Acceleration and Diffusion going up head to head here. Both sitting at 5 and 9, but both not out of the running just yet. So if my understanding is correct, we've got some play-in potential here, Magic.
Yeah, we sure do. Both these teams kind of sitting on the edge right now, and this is pretty much a must-win for both these teams. You know, it's getting to the point in the season where you don't have any more time to just drop these games. So, I mean, if you drop this game, I'm not sure if they're eliminated for sure. I haven't looked into the exact complications of how it's going to work, but I know this is pretty much a must-win game for both these teams. And I do see my boy Zeverns on the diffusion side, as you said, back in my novice days. That was my guy. That was my teammate. So hopefully he can give us some action here tonight because both these teams they're looking pretty even right now.
Yeah, and we should have a pretty even matchup, but who would you give the edge to in this one?
I mean, I got to rock with Zeverns. I mean, I can't switch up. That's my boy right there, and I'm feeling like I'm at almost reverse sweep, but I think the Fusion's gonna take it in game five.
All right, let's see it. I have to see if that prediction does hold true as we get into the first game here. Cyclone already trying to come off the wall, messes up the touch a little bit. This ball's going to hang in the midfield. Definitely allow for a counterattack, but Severns cuts it off nicely. Trying to get this ball to the middle, but will only find Fi there. He tries to take the touch, going for the demo, gets a clean demo. Already seeing a little bit of aggression as the avoidance of the demo into the flick. Cyclone solid on defense, keeps that one out of the net. Already some early pressure for Acceleration. They look like they really want this play-in spot. Already getting a few opportunities. Diffusion dealing with them so far. Severn's gonna dunk out. Fine in the midfield. And Cyclone bringing this one home, trying to get something going off the corner, but a smart touch from Mr. Marino there. Gets it past almost everyone, now just one back. Looking for the shot. Can't get an effective 50 though. And so far, seeing a lot of aggression here from Acceleration in the opening minutes.
Yeah, the ball pretty much lives on the diffusion half of the field at this point, but I mean, on defense, they're doing a great job of staying in front, not letting the ball get behind them. It's just like the one time Marino was able to get behind multiple defenders. But other than that, it's pretty much been what we're seeing right now, and it's just one clear after the other. There's a shot coming on, and Fi is going to slot in the top left corner to get the scoring started.
And that will not be a clear. A nice shot from Fi, maybe savable, but Cyclone just barely misses the read. That one's gonna fly past him, and now Acceleration already off to a hot start. That pressure doing wonders for them so far. Got a long ways to go. Removing Pillow, trying to get a touch here. Gets a touch past one. A little bit of awkwardness in the midfield. Fi stays patient. Now he's going for an air dribble of his own. Going for the flip reset. Gets it past one. Cyclone, oh, barely able to keep that one out, but that was a close call. Might be a counterattack. Not quite there for Diffusion, but some good defense. Seeing the mechanics coming out, but that's not the mechanics you want to see. The team bump on the backboard there. Not quite able to make it happen. Allowing another shot as Diffusion, but once again, the ball barely saved, and I mean, so far, Diffusion's defense is looking pretty solid, but they really can't allow this many shots if they want to give themselves an advantage.
Yeah, and this is Fi's lobby right now. I don't remember novices going for flip resets and having them end up on target, and probably could have been a goal if it was finished off by his teammate, but wasn't able to find the shot. But right now, Fi's just helping keep the pressure on for Acceleration, and they're working as a unit right now, just suffocating the defense of Diffusion. And you have to think once again the pressure's going to add up, and they don't start getting some booming clears. But there is one there, hopefully relieve the pressure and get the scoring started for themselves, as just dusted to that ball might be a goal going the other way.
So far, it looks like acceleration is just a little bit faster to these balls. Diffusion not quite picking up there, but still a respectable scoreline and plenty of time for them to mount a comeback. This one's just going to go slowly now. Acceleration will have another chance at some offense. A huge dunk in the midfield, though. Severns showing he's not just going to let them dribble wherever they want. Fi coming down the line. Can't get the flick he was looking for. I'll be centered once again, but again, it's just acceleration sitting in the midfield, waiting for these clears. Once they get them, just starting that offensive push. Another one to the corner. The demo on Pillow should be good, but a little bit of a miscommunication there by Bo? Bach? I don't actually know how to say that name. That's a lot of letters that don't really make much sense. And here's another chance. That one's going to go past one. The save from Cyclone, barely good. And still, Diffusion is holding on, but they have to try to get something going here. What do they have to do here, Magic, to try and get some offense going?
Probably going to start by getting the ball on the other side of the field, which they have finally managed to do here. They got to keep the pressure on whenever they are here, because a lot of the times they're just slow to some of these midfield balls, and then they just lose complete control of the possession, and it's usually going back the other way. But right now, the midfield is just in control. Acceleration just has complete control of it, and you're not really going to find any goals going the other way for Diffusion if you spend all your time on defense and just getting beat to every midfield ball. So they got to speed the play up for sure.
You can just see that even with the shot totals. Diffusion sitting at only 2 shots, and really I don't think either of them were that threatening for acceleration to deal with. 19 seconds now. Have to try and make something happen quick. Marino up for this one fast. Not willing to let Diffusion do what they want. Pillow gets this one onto the midfield. Could be the last chance for Diffusion, and he can't make the touch. Unfortunate, but still a couple seconds left on the clock. That one will just fly in, and Accelerations gets their second to close out game 1.
One for the road. Is that a beautifully slotted shot? That'll give you a little bit of momentum, some hype going into game 2. And if you're Diffusing, you're feeling so flat right now. You just could not get out of your defensive zone. And whenever you got one clear, it was pretty much just right back to an acceleration player, and then just kept the cycle going. And I mean, if you're Diffusion, you can't just let games bleed out like that. You can't just let a goal go through and not turn up the energy and try to, just go for some riskier balls, because eventually they just bled out. Time ran out. And I know it's 2-0, but that really felt like just a 1-0 game where that one goal made the difference. And they just have to speed things up in the midfield, and I think that'll fix a lot of their problems.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how I would describe it. Diffusion just not really getting any looks at the acceleration net. Seemed a little bit slow to the punch. In game 1, acceleration definitely had their number. Diffusion has to switch some things up here, or else this series, get very out of hand quickly. And this is a must-win game for both of these teams if they even want a chance at the playoffs. Trying to fight for that 7th seed to make it into the play-ins, which is not even where their run will end, but so far, Diffusion not really giving much of a challenge to acceleration, just kind of in complete control of the game. We'll have to see what they try to switch up in this game too, because there were still some mistakes there from acceleration Magic. I mean, they weren't playing a perfect game by any means, but just the amount of shots they had at their disposal eventually, I mean, one of those is going to go in. Diffusion has to try to throw in some demos or just be faster to the ball.
Yeah, they got to change something. You can't let the same thing happen like it did in last game, because I mean that was just painful to watch for a Diffusion fan. Because I mean they didn't really do anything. They kind of just rolled over and died, and just let Acceleration do whatever they wanted. And Acceleration still, as you said, only able to get really one real goal. The last one is kind of just a garbage time throwaway goal. So I mean, if you're Diffusion here, you're pretty much dead even in the series right now, in the sense that you've let one goal slip past your defense in a legit rotation. So I want to see them turn things up and give us a show.
Hopefully we will just see just that. Zeverns coming in for the shot, but there's a team bump on the field. Oh no, that was a good opportunity to at least get something going on the offensive side of things, but team bump will not be the play to make that happen. Now another chance slips through their fingers as they just couldn't get that shot off. But Zeverns sending this one back. try to get another touch by shutting it down. Pillow sending this one long, which shouldn't be too difficult for acceleration to deal with. That one's going to pop to the midfield, and Zeverns finally gets a chance at a shot. It's just barely high. He can't get the follow-up. Finally, we're seeing some pressure from Diffusion, though. Acceleration forced to have all three players essentially just sitting in net as they're trying to get this ball clear, but it keeps getting sent back. Diffusion definitely going to have more opportunities to score, but that's a huge demo coming out from Acceleration, leaving just a little bit of pressure. Cyclone passing middle, but no one there for him. Ball will bounce middle again, and Zeverns with this shot blocked by Mr. Marino. And we haven't seen much of the Acceleration defense so far this series, but in the first minute here, they've been looking really strong.
Yeah, we kind of flip sides. A lot more pressure here for Diffusion, but it doesn't matter because, I mean, goals are probably more valuable than pressure in this situation. Is pretty much the first time we find ourselves on the green half, it does slip into the back of the net for Acceleration, and it's Mr. Marino getting the scoring started and getting their energy back and rolling because they're looking a little flat early on in that game, or in this game, but it's like they found a way to crack the ice and get things moving.
And that unfortunate missed backboard read created an awkward situation. But speaking of awkward situations, here's another Cyclone. The net is mostly open, but he can't get the shot. Fi calmly drives through with 0 boost, and now it could be a counterattack for Mr. Marino trying to get it past. Quick challenge from Zeverns will not let that happen, but that one's almost good off the post. The defense holding up for now from Diffusion, and the counterattacking opportunity proves to not quite come to fruition, but still plenty of time left for Diffusion. Have to try and stay calm as they get another nice clear. Trying to play their game plan effectively, and so far they are, but another shot opportunity for Acceleration. And they're looking like they're slowly finding their way back to the game themselves. Fi off the ceiling here. Actually, we're gonna have all the space in the world. Pillow finally comes through, getting that touch, and this one's high. Gonna be awkward for the defense, but awkward for the offense as well. No one from Diffusion could read that effectively. Just trying to slam this ball into the back of the net. It's almost working for them, but their shot accuracy is just not there right now.
Yeah, I don't think they've had a single shot like actually on target. I mean, they have the 3 on goals, but none of them has really felt very impactful. I mean, it really getting nerves going for Acceleration's defense. They seem very comfortable just sitting back and letting Diffusion throw these slow shots at them and then just taking it the other way. And I mean, I think we can say for sure you probably can't give Fi any space, or he's just going to take it the length of the pitch. And right now, his teammates are the ones really controlling the defensive side of things. And if one of these balls goes the other way, this Fi has plenty of boost to work with. It's probably in the back of the net. Is removing Pillow. Is going to punish. I think it was Fi last back, and he's going to tie this game back up.
And just a missed takeoff there by Fi, to be honest. He had a good angle of attack. Pillow didn't really have that threatening of a touch, but sometimes just popping the ball into the air is all you need to do in the Novice League. And even though Fi is mechanical, he'll mess up one time, and that will be a goal. Might turn into another one. Cyclone has the opportunity, but he hits the other post, and they hit both posts. Still not over yet. Cyclone may be able to get this one through. It's so awkward. And Pillow with the finish. You know, a little bit of small ball. Definitely a lot of mistakes on the defensive end of things, but Diffusion finally coming out on top.
That's a slight change of pace from the last couple series, as the ball just sits in front of the net for probably close to 5 seconds before finally removing Pillows comes through and just bangs it right into the net. He didn't really have a chance to miss that one as the ball was already lined up on target. And Diffusion going to take their first lead of the series, and really it feels like Acceleration's just shooting themselves in the foot, as both these goals have been just big time mistakes on defense, and Diffusion capitalizing very nicely.
They have so far. That was a pretty big mistake by Diffusion, but luckily Cyclone stayed patient on defense and was able to make the save. This one's going to be high once again. Missed touch, and another missed touch, and another one. And that's how you know that we're in the Novice League. But still, it's Diffusion who have the lead here. They're not as worried about scoring as they are about just keeping this pressure and not allowing anything to come from Acceleration's half. That's another missed ball, but this one could be dangerous. It baited out the touch, and that one might have just gone in if the offense left it, but this ball's still bouncing. I don't know what's happening in this lobby right now, but somehow the ball is not going into either net. Another missed flip by Fi, and a shooting opportunity. Bach cannot make that touch happen, and with 17 seconds left, Acceleration still searching for this goal, maybe feeling like they should have already scored it. And all Pillow has to do is try and play the clock here. Does well to get that ball to the corner. Marino trying to get the touch, can't make it. And that one's going to go centered once again. Cyclone there. Doesn't even have to shoot that one on target. That'll be an effective enough touch. I'll have to see if Acceleration can keep this one up. It doesn't look like they'll be able to. That one is barely going to bounce, and Diffusion brings it back, but I gotta admit, that was wild. I did not know which way that one was gonna go in the final minute.
It's been a hot minute to casted a novice match, and I forget how much I love it because these guys are doing everything they can. They're kind of just panicking in front of their net, and it's just complete chaos. And it really is this best entertainment. And I mean, they did finally figure things out. Removing Pillow, able to get both goals for Diffusion to get them a very important win to even up the series before it got too dangerous. And I mean, you can see even at the end of the game there. I mean, Five's just sitting in net as time ticks away. I mean, who cares if you get scored on? You gotta keep that ball up. And I think the reason they lost that game is because they just did what Diffusion did in game one, and they were a lot slower paced, and just kind of just let Diffusion do whatever they wanted in the midfield. So props to Diffusion for doing exactly what we call on them to do to fix their issues, and it results in a win in game two. As we head to game three, this is really a deciding game for both of their seasons, and I'm interested to see who's going to step up.
Yeah, it really seemed like Acceleration had full control in the first game. Didn't really see that many mistakes from them, but the second one, you know, it proved that as consistent as they might look in one game, that doesn't necessarily mean it'll translate to the next one. And now, high series, and they have to be a lot more careful now. This Marino taking a nice shot there.
Ooh.
The save barely coming out from Zeverns. That was definitely dangerous. The Cyclone will send this one down. Fi trying to get it clear, but Pillow's there. Cut off by Spock in the midfield. That one rockets off the side. And once again, it'll be Diffusion's ball trying to take this one down. And the play from Spock trying to keep this one controlled might have been a little bit risky, but it does prove to be effective. And now Pillow coming through. You can see Fi just waiting in net, not interested in letting these easy goals go in. Gotta respect him for that. As Cyclone looks for his own opportunity, but beat to the ball pretty handedly by Spock. Two players here in the corner from Acceleration. Not sure that's exactly where they want to be. So far, a lot more back and forth. Looks like both teams are a little bit spooked of making errors, but this one could be a turnaround. Zeverns makes a quick drift turn, and that'll be a goal for Diffusion.
Yeah, and they've had a couple like this where the ball just stalls in the midfield and no one wants to go for it, and they just don't turn in time. This time they completely do exactly what they have to do, and it results in a goal. Zeverns right place, right time, just turns around and takes the free one. But it looks like Acceleration's plan right now is to sit Five back on defense and wait for the ball to roll to him and hope he can, make an aerial play across the field. But I don't know if that's the play, because right now they're just not having any offense in these last two games, and they got to change something in these rotations.
Yeah, something is definitely not going right. I mean, you can say that they would be better off if they could just hit the ball, but that could be a tall order. So maybe putting yourself in a better position is definitely the way to go. So that's another nice demo coming out from Zeverns. Pillow looking for Cyclone. That one's gonna be good. And the passing play? Okay, we love to see it. Looks like Diffusion is finally waking up.
That's not a novice moment. That's a, oh my gosh. The reaction time on that shot was insane. Removing Pillow, we'll call it a genius pass. He probably could have shot it, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt as he just dots his teammate up. And that was probably the best shot you're going to see in a very long time in a novice stream match with the nerves and all that's going on. That was very nicely done, and Diffusion starting to take control of the series a little bit here.
Now with the 2-goal lead, still 3 minutes left in this game, but they found themselves in a good position. Just have to try and not let that slip, and this could be the point. Marino up fast. No one from Diffusion can challenge, and the top right snipe. Acceleration striking back.
I'm not sure what that was from Diffusion, as it looked like one player tried to back pass at like an 80-mile-an-hour ball flying straight at Zeverns' net, and he just pops it straight up, and no one's in position to get that out of the way. And that's really just a self-done damage right there to get Acceleration back in this game.
Now plenty of time for one more goal to go in either way. Acceleration definitely going to try to make it them. so that they can try to take this game 3, often the most pivotal of a series. They still have some work to do. That one's going to go clear, but not on target. Both players from Diffusion kind of paralyzed, and that might end up working against them. We'll call it patience, though, as they escape danger-free. And they do get this ball cleared out with maybe a nice counterattack opportunity. Marino reads that one just quickly enough. Another dangerous situation alleviated by the defense. But Marino can't make this touch. That one's going to go high. Pillow can't make the touch either, but a million hours of space for this Diffusion roster. Kind of just toss it away. They'll be right back on offense, right back where they left off. Cyclone up this one, gets a solid touch to the midfield. Might be able to follow even, but he kind of fakes himself out a little bit. And 2 players go from Diffusion. This could be another opportunity. That one's going to be on target, and Acceleration ties it up.
Yeah, and right now the game plan for Acceleration is take the ball to the sky, and Diffusion doing a great job of stopping that and dunking out a lot of these attempts. So what do? You take it low, just roll it right into the open net, beat the last guy back. And Acceleration, 2 quick goals, and tie this game back up.
Not it's anyone's game once again. Marino getting this one center. Fi looks for the touch. That one will bounce off ceiling. Zeverns can't make the touch, but his teammate in Pillow comes in clutch, barely reading that one. More misses on the back foot. Fi can't get a good shot on target, but Marino still trying to break through. Can 50 this one past. Won't be able to get a shot out of it. They are still maintaining pressure, and Bach, if he can get a touch, does get a touch, but maybe not the one he was looking for. Diffusion will have another opportunity, but the mistouch from Zeverns turns into a bump. A good adaptation, but won't quite be effective for him. This one's sent out once again, and the closest game we've had so far, it seems like these teams are about as evenly matched as we expected, but the huge bump coming out from Zeverns, this man is just sneaking into enemy territory and taking them out, but it's almost resulting in a few goals. It has resulted in at least one. I like the strategy from him. But now with 30 seconds left, a tie game, and what is going to be the difference maker here, Magic?
I mean, you have like 4 or 5 demos coming out this game, a lot more than the last couple games, as another amazing save as time ticks away, as both teams are pretty much throwing everything they can to try to get the deciding goal.
Absolutely, and only 9 seconds left. Zeverns coming with the air dribble. Can't quite make it happen. But a scary situation still for Acceleration. Just trying to kill this ball, get it to overtime, and they make it there safely. Now, where all of the best games are decided in overtime. We'll have to see what this one has in store for us. The ball's in the midfield. Who will make it there first? Fi is first, but gets dunked out by Zeverns. Now it will be Diffusion with the first chance of this overtime. This one's going to go high off the backboard. Marino, a little bit dangerous. Gets a touchdown to Fi. We'll try to take control, but takes a challenge wisely, if I might add. Get them to throw the ball away. Cyclone will have an opportunity here. Gets a good 50. Zeverns tries to get it past one. Can't quite make it happen. This one's being sent back into the Diffusion half. Marino with the chance here. Tries to get up to it, but Cyclone is fast to that one. Will be able to get the touch. The Diffusion offense starting to heat up. Can't really make that touch there, though. This one's going to be high off the midfield. Marino has to get a good touch here. Neither player able to hit that one. And this could be dangerous from Fi. This isn't the type of shot you want to see going towards your net. Marino can't get the follow-up. Zeverns or removing Pillow has to make the touch. Zeverns will get it. Trying to get the dunk in the midfield as well. This should be a huge clear, but the 50 in the midfield, and now Fi breaking through with this Acceleration offense, and this is very tense in overtime. It feels like game 5 already, but this is just the third game. Could be deciding, but it's not over after this one, Magic. Both teams looking like they do not want to budge an inch.
Yeah, this is a pivotal moment in this series. You can feel how tense it is, because both teams not really going for anything too crazy. They're kind of just sitting back and let the other team go for it and just react. And especially Diffusion right now. as they're just getting beat to every ball, but dunking every single time. As a shot on target, maybe no, but the pressure keeps up as Diffusion with an opportunity here, and he's gonna slot it home. The pass from Zeverns over the removing pillow. Diffusion's gonna take game 3.
And I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's the pass plays from Diffusion that are making the difference in this series. They get the light touch to the middle. It might have been shootable, but the pass is definitely the safer option, whether it was intentional or not. Zeverns with an insane touch, pillow there for it. Once again, Diffusion coming out on top, and now acceleration, staring down the barrel of potentially being removed from plans. They have to win every game from here on out now.
Yeah, and as you said, with Genesis dropping their game tonight, I do believe just the winner of this match is in the play-in, so that tiebreaker, and the loser is out. So acceleration, this is potentially the last important game of their season if they can't find a win. And you have to think bringing this to game 5 is all that's on their minds right now. Playoffs could be that's the back of their minds right now, as this game heading to Forbidden Temple is. I mean, this is the breaking point of their season. They took that game 1 pretty convincingly, but since then they've just been completely shut down and dunked on a lot of these attempts. So I like to see some early action here from acceleration.
Yeah, absolutely. They really need to find a way to answer. There's no place better than Forbidden Temple. It's going to take a little bit more work than maybe they initially thought when the series began. They got that quick 1-0 lead in a dominating fashion. Haven't really been able to find the same success since. And in fact, it's Diffusion who have been all over this offensive half, making plays happen. That's a tough ball to deal with for Diffusion, though. That one might just go in. It won't go in, and Marino can't make the follow-up. That one's so close to going in, but it's barely touched away. Cyclone stays patient. Not really patient there, but he'll make it work as he gets the 50 out. Acceleration trying to keep this pressure going, and Marino up for this one. This could be an opportunity. The touch won't quite be effective enough. And now it's Diffusion with the chance to score. Tries to get the touchdown. Will just barely bounce off the post, but not really read effectively by acceleration, and will allow for more offense to come through. Zeverns up for this one. He'll get it past. That one's off the post again. And both teams just hitting the post over and over. They look somehow even more nervous in this game than they did in the last one. But surely this ball has to go, and eventually Cyclone can't get the touchdown. It's off the bar again. And what are we seeing here in game 4?
It looks like every single player in the lobby has a shot on goal, but nothing is finding the back of the net, as a nice dunk there by Marino keeps it from getting too dangerous. But right now, I don't know who is in control of this game, as both teams taking their turns. And as you said, the nerves are showing through, because they've had plenty of opportunities, but no one able to really break the ice and get things rolling for their offense. As another shot, but pretty much a lot of double commits have been coming through from both teams. And you have to think that's be the reason one of these teams finds a goal.
It just might be the reason soon, as that one's on target. No one can get back, and Zeverns, the legend, coming through, puts a goal home for Diffusion, giving them yet another lead. And acceleration, I mean, I don't mean to roast them, but it just looks like a completely different team from the first game.
Yeah, and I said a double commit would be the reason they get scored on. There's a no commit there. Nobody went for the ball and just gave him the free shot, as a double commit right there does leave an open net. Marino skies it, and there's going to be no goal coming their way for now.
Might not just be over yet, though. That's a tough read.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
bouncing awkwardly. Pillow stays calm, makes the touch that he has to. But Diffusion's still under some heavy pressure. That one's going to go off the backboard once again, and no challenge there. You have to send someone for that one. Marino just strolls through the flower garden unprovoked and puts that one in.
He was just chilling right there, and nobody had any idea that he was just lurking in the midfield right in front of the goal, and he sneaks by and just picks up the loose change of the Diffusion defense. And finally, acceleration making something happen on their own and not just waiting for mistakes, as they do tie this game up before it gets too far down. And with 2 minutes left, this is as tense as you can get. Oh my gosh, removing Pillow, what?
And Pillow making up once again for the mistakes on defense. I don't even know how he got this one. He pinched it off the post. And you know, the post has not been A1's friend in this game so far, but Pillow makes it his, and he'll put that one home. Now, As soon as Acceleration gets a lead, it's gone once again. It could be
Oh
right back,
my
though.
God.
Another kickoff goal, and Marino ties things up.
Marino does not want to go home empty-handed. This guy is popping off the series. He carried the game last game, but couldn't find the win, and he wants a different outcome this time around as he slots in his second, as he's just barely hanging on for Acceleration's life right here.
And barely hanging on they are. Diffusion definitely sweating a bit themselves. A tie game, but this could be the deciding
Oh,
pillow coming through. I don't know. I think both Diffusion players might have had that one, but you know, when there's a ball that free, you have to send as many novice players as you can to secure the goal. They put it
he
home
pinched.
and they take the lead once again. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes right back though.
I think they pinched it, like, because one of them had the assist, one of them had the shot, so I'm not sure who really earned the goal, but I guess they both did part of it. As just before Acceleration can catch their breath and realize they're tied, they're down once again as removing Pillow. Gonna score another one with 2 minutes ticking away now. Acceleration is the pressure is back on them.
And they had a chance right off this kickoff to score. I think that was pretty much an open net for the person cheating there, but they weren't able to convert. Now letting this back and forth go to a midfield battle. So far in the last two games, at least, it has not favored them. They'll have to try to change that. Pillow might have an open net here. Can't quite get the shot on target. Marino gets back just in time regardless. But now just over a minute left. Acceleration has to try and make something happen. This could be a huge opportunity. Cyclone can't get the touch. And Zevern's coming
Oh,
through. Can't get the touch fast enough to make anything threatening happen. But still more opportunity for Diffusion. Here comes Fi. We've seen the mechanics before, but Severns makes a nice save. And that'll keep Diffusion in the lead for the present. Severns getting this touch out. Cyclone looks for the touch, but a little bit of overcommit, and this might end up being
huh?
detrimental. Fi looks for the flip reset. Can't quite get on target. Now 40 seconds left, and Magic, this is the point where Acceleration has to make something happen.
I mean, they're doing everything they can, but the Diffusion defense is just peaking right now. As Zeverns, I mean, if they come out, win the series, that's going to be the save you remember as Spy. He scores those pretty much every time. But Zeverns hops in front of it as the fake right in front of the net, we'll call it, and the shots raining through. But we need shots going the other way for Acceleration to extend this series.
And only 17 seconds left now. Time is running out. Acceleration knows this. They know they have to make something happen fast. Ball will be sent though, and it's still Diffusion with the pressure, but a crucial mistake could give an opportunity to Acceleration, but
Oh no.
Stock flips out past the ball. Cyclone actually keeps it up, but he can't keep it up any further, and Diffusion will reign victorious. They will be in a solid spot to take that 7th seed. I'm not sure, does that mean they clinch the 7th seed, or they still have to win one more game?
I think with Genesis losing, that might lock it up, but I'm also not 100% sure, so we'll have to double check on that. But that is either way probably going to be the deciding game for their, keeping their season alive. And Acceleration was so close. They looked so convincing in that game one, but things slipped away in Diffusion. They just turned it on, especially on defense.
And yeah, that was just a huge turnaround from the first game. I mean, it really looked like Acceleration was in complete control, but they let it slip through their fingers, let Diffusion get a lot of opportunities, and at the end of the day, couldn't pull through. But a nice job to Diffusion, and they're going to live to see another day in this running now. Every single series is so crucial from here on out. We'll only have one more, well, two more streams, but this is the last week before playoffs. If you can't make it in now, then unfortunately your season will be just about over. But a nice showing there from Diffusion. Nice little comeback win. Not the ultimate comeback, not the reverse sweep we were looking for, but you know what? Close enough. They got the gentleman's sweep. And a fantastic game from them.
Yeah, they look solid, and I mean, I haven't seen much of them this season. They haven't been, the every single week on stream team, but what I've seen is pretty convincing. Once they, kind of calmed down after that game one and that close loss, they figured things out and looking like a very defensive heavy team with a lot of we'll call double commit goals for now. They can clean those up. They could be a team to be reckoned with in the postseason.
Yeah, absolutely. And scary stuff We will be back in just a couple days on Wednesday. This is the last matchup for tonight, but we will be back very shortly with even more playoff matches. And like I just said, everything is heating up from here on out. You must win, or you're either going home or you're forfeiting a spot that could have been higher in the playoffs. So every series so crucial, and a good stream for today. Had some high quality matches. Um, Unfortunate neither of the reverse sweeps could be seen through all the way, but I'm sure we'll have plenty more content come the future weeks, and we'll see you guys once again on Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure, and everyone, have a great night.